Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining us here on Facebook Live with Boys Town Press. My name is Ashley Bartley, and I'm a school counselor here in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. This is my 17th year of school counseling, and I'm excited that you're going to be joining us here today for reading of my newest book, Molly and the Runaway Trolley. This is the first of the series, Self-Management and Me with Boys Town Press. I do have 4 other books with Boys Town Press that I'll just show you really quickly while we're getting started here. My first book is Diamond Rattle Loves to Tattle. Then I have Opal Octopus is Overwhelmed. Remy in Overdrive. And then Jasper Lizard Wants to Stay Home, which is one that's about separation anxiety and school anxiety. And following on that topic, I wrote Molly and the Runaway Trolley as a way to teach kids strategies for managing anxiety at school and at home. A little bit more about me. I have 3 boys. They are elementary and middle school age, and so we're able to use a lot of these strategies here at home. I have a golden doodle named Henley, and I'm also a curriculum writer, and I'm the creator behind Counselor Station, where I create curriculum and lesson plans and groups and activities that school counselors can use in their elementary and middle school counseling programs. I also love to visit national parks and go kayaking and reading. So that's a little bit about me. If you are joining us today, we're going to read Molly and the Runaway Trolley, and then stick around because we have a craft that you can use as an activity to go along with the story. So with that, I'm going to get started. And it's called Molly and the Runaway Trolley, Putting the Brakes on Stress and Worry. So you can just follow along there on the screen. Every day I feel uneasy. My parents call it anxiety. I call it my runaway red trolley. My head fills with thoughts that swirl around as if I'm aboard a wild, whirling streetcar. I can't control when it comes, where it goes, how fast it moves, or where it stops. One minute I'm calmly sitting in class, and then the next I'm on a dizzying ride, especially before a test, quiz, or other big change in routine. My trolley moves at breakneck speed, and I must grip at anything to hang on. My stomach lurches forward. I'm nauseous. I plant my feet to the floor and lock my knees as it zooms around curves. I feel faint. My heart pounds. Fear overwhelms me. I try to erase the trolley from my thoughts and concentrate on writing my name. My heart hammers out each letter, M-O-L-L-Y. The trolley races along the rails. I look up and see the teacher's mouth moving, but I can't follow the words. My classmates hunch over their tests. The trolley speeds up. My teeth clench. My palms sweat. I tighten my grip on the brass pole and my pencil breaks. Everyone stares. The trolley accelerates again. Its doors close in on me. I stand up and walk toward the water fountain at the back of the classroom. Maybe a splash of cold water will clear my head. I close my eyes and wish the trolley will disappear and take my headache away with it. But now I can't see where I'm going. I trip over my feet and topple to the floor. Molly, the teacher whispers, kneeling over me. I hear trolley brakes squeal. My ears are ringing. I need to go to the clinic, I squeak. A thermometer beeps in front of my forehead, and Nurse Carrie smiles. No fever. Looks like the nerves got the best of you, Molly. She presses a wet towel against my head. Can I call my parents? I plead. I feel dizzy. Nurse Carrie waits as I sit on an orange cot and sip apple juice. She sends me back to class where everyone is lining up for recess. I have permission to stay back and finish my test in the quiet classroom. Soon everyone returns, gabbing about a fun new game they played, ice cream tag. I feel left out. Night comes, and my thoughts keep racing. I can't fall asleep. My nightlight casts weird shadows across the bedroom walls. The time on the alarm clock flips to 1:35 a.m. My mind jumps from thought to thought. Grades, friends, those weird shadows. Here comes the trolley again, packed with riders. I feel crowded and alone at the same time. The morning sun wakes me. I burrow to the foot of my bed and pretend to be asleep. My parents tell me to get up and get on the school bus. The bus creeps to school at a snail's pace. I worry I'll be late. Will I get in trouble for being tardy? If I'm late, I'll miss breakfast, and it's blueberry muffin day. And it's my turn to feed the class goldfish, Jet. What if I'm not there? What if Jet doesn't get fed? What if I get to class and everyone's already started their assignments? I see myself stuck on the runaway trolley again. A bell rings out from somewhere. A breeze whips through the open door and hits my cheek. I need to get off now. I don't want to be a passenger on this trolley anymore. I push my way to the front, where a white-bearded man holds the controls. His eyes twinkle, and his gold nameplate simply reads, Operator. I need you to stop the trolley, I beg. Molly, you've been letting this trolley operate on its own for far too long, he tells me. It's time you take the controls. He hands over his operator's nameplate, and I pin it to my shirt. What are you doing? I'm just a kid. I can't steer this trolley. When you feel like you're losing control, you need to come to a smooth stop, he says. He shows me how to twist the brake handles to control how much air goes to the brakes. More air to the brakes makes for a smooth stop, he explains. When your thoughts get foggy, you're going to need more air to think clearly. Start by taking deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. He grabs a wrench and holds it in front of me. This is the reverse key. Use it to remind yourself to take a step back from your worries. Look at all your options. Who can help you? What do you need? Ask for help. If you need to, own up to any of your mistakes. Think about what you could do differently going forward. The operator keeps talking and tells me about the trolley's controls, which are numbered 1 through 5. Every trolley has a point system. This one has 5 points. Use them to remember to stay grounded where you are. Look for 5 things you can see, not here on the trolley, but wherever you are. Then find 4 things you can touch. Listen for 3 things you can hear. Try to recognize 2 things you can smell. And finally, 1 thing you can taste. The operator then hands me a bracelet with 5 beads and shows me how to slide each bead from one end of the string to the other. He says I should move the beads whenever I feel overwhelmed. Each bead is numbered from 1 to 5. I slip the bracelet on. It fits perfectly. Molly, your stop's just ahead. I grip the brake handle and take a deep breath. I exhale slowly so I don't fog the window. I count the steps as I climb off the trolley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I touch solid ground. I turn to wave goodbye, but the trolley has vanished. All I see is the school bus pulling away. I glance down to look at my nameplate, but it's gone too. My teacher greets me at the classroom door with a fist bump, and she notices my wrist. New bracelet, Molly? I touch the numbered beads and explain what each number represents. Thank you for sharing that with me. You know, Molly, I might be able to help you too. I'll give you a gratitude journal to keep in your desk so you can write down everything you're thankful for each day. I'll even move you closer to the window so you can look outside whenever you're feeling anxious. Would that be helpful, Molly? Yes, thank you. I tuck my backpack into my cubby and head to Jet's tank. My confidence grows with every step. My friends explain the rules of ice cream tag, and I even add a rule of my own. My cheeks turn red as I dodge one tag and then another. My heart beats fast, in a good way, like we learned in gym class. My friends see my bracelet, and I promise to make one for each of them. They have worries too. Sometimes I still hear the distant bell of the trolley, and sometimes I even get on board. But when I do, I quickly take control. After all, I'm Molly, trolley operator extraordinaire. Thank you for joining us as we listen to this story. In the back of the book, if you have a copy, there are some tips for helping kids manage anxiety. So there are 5 different tips that caregivers and educators can use. So be sure to check those out. We're going to take some time now to make some of those bracelets that you heard Molly have in the story. So these are mindfulness bracelets that help with grounding. I will show you the one that I made. And it has the 5 numbered beads on it. This is the way I did mine, but you can do yours however you want. So I will go through and tell you what you'll need to make these and then how to do it. Um, I believe Boys Town Press is posting a link in the comments to the blog post that I wrote that links everything that you would need to make these bracelets. So you will need some stretchy bracelet string like this. It's pretty durable, but also stretchy enough to fit over your wrist without needing to add a clasp. You will need numbered beads. So these are some that I found on Amazon, and those are linked in the blog post. A lot of times in the sets you'll get the alphabet, you'll get the letters, but not the numbers. So I had to get the numbers in a set specifically for that. You'll need a pair of scissors. And then I also got this set of just a variety of different beads that you can use. I have found that filling the entire bracelet with beads is gonna help make it just makes the process easier for making a bracelet if instead of just putting the 5 beads, if you also fill the entire bracelet. So this variety set I also linked has a good variety of different colors. There are smiley faces, there are gold beads, there's shells in there. So you can really customize it and make it however you want. And then it also has the tools, for like there's some tweezers and some string cutting scissors. And then it also comes with the stretchy string in it too. So you're going to want to take a length of the string, and I did mine the size of my wrist and then added a few inches just so I could grip it a little more easily, and then so I'd have room to tie it at the end. So you'll take this and then you will thread on the beads in the order that you want them. The way I did mine was I put a little bead in between each number. So where it has a 1, I put 1 bead so that, well, actually, we'll start with 5. So where there was a 5, I put 5 of these smaller beads so that when I'm using this as a way to practice mindfulness, I could slide each of the little beads as I think of each of the 5 things that I can see. And then for 4, I put 4 so that I could kind of slide as I look through the 4 things I can touch around me. And that's just a way to kind of notice the textures in your space and get your mind off of your worries, kind of that daydream state you get in when you're like really worried or stressed about something. It just helps kids to practice mindfulness where they are so that they're aware of like, oh, I'm in school right now. This is what my teacher's doing. This is what the kids around me are doing. This is what I should be focusing on. And then 3, so I have 3 little beads. Those represent the 3 things that you can hear. So that could be your teacher talking, that could be your friends talking, it could be the clock ticking. It could be, announcements going on, rustling around you, just bringing you back to your space. The 2 represents 2 things you can smell. And then the 1 is 1 thing that you can taste. So kids can just wear this bracelet and then have it as a visual reminder of the 5 grounding techniques. And you could just do the numbers. You could do the little beads in between like I did. You could even add the word breathe across it, or relax, or your name, whatever you want to do for these this friendship bracelet. All right, so once you have everything threaded in the order that you want the beads, it's really simple. You would just tie it off, and I would do several knots. And then you might want to use a little dab of bracelet glue on the knot so it doesn't come undone. They're pretty hard to actually come undone. I messed up and had to try to take the knot apart, and I couldn't even get it apart. But I would still put a little dab of that glue, and then you can cut the tails and kind of just thread the little tiny extra pieces back through the beads that you have. So that's just a really fun way to extend the activities in this book. So you could read the book and then do the bracelets with a small group of kids at school if you're a counselor or a teacher. Or you could make the bracelets at home with your kids if you are a parent or caregiver. It's just a fun way to tie in the lesson and the message of the book. If you are looking for more activities to go along with this specific book, you can actually check out Boys Town Press website. They have 5 companion activities that I wrote that go along with this story, and they are all spelled out in lesson plan format. So there are discussion questions to read with your kids and go over. There are activities that you can do. If you don't have the beads and you still want to make the bracelets, there's a printable bracelet with the 5 numbers on it that you could just print and cut out and color and use as the bracelet, as the grounding activity. And then there are other ideas as well that go along with the story. So you can find those all on the Boys Town Press website and also linked here in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us for this Read Aloud today. I'm so excited to share my newest book with you. I hope that this gave you some ideas for managing anxiety at school, whether you are here with your kids or whether you're looking for ideas as a school counselor or educator to use in your program or in your small groups and individual counseling sessions. I hope that you will grab your copy of this book and check out the activities that go along with it on Boys Town Press's website. And then I can't wait to see your bracelets that you make. If you do make bracelets, tag me at Counselor Station on Instagram. I would love to see your finished bracelets and how you interpreted how to do it. So thanks again for joining us. And I just hope you have a great rest of your summer. Bye.